gang. This is going to be your daily reading for February 8th, Friday. Welcome. I feel like it's going to be a pretty simple reading. There's not too much going on today. We'll start off with let's start with the aspects. So we're going to start with the rune, we're going to start with the aspects. We really only have one major one. I'm going to start out with this because it'll kind of tie into a few things. Only thing we really have going on is the moon square Venus, which normally just makes emotional communication difficult. It's hard for us to kind of express what we're feeling. Sometimes it makes people a little moody, a little irritable, again, because it's a square to Venus. So there's something that needs to be addressed concerning feelings, possibly even romantic feelings. So emotional relationships could be a little difficult today. I say that. Also know that the moon is in Aries. Normally that makes us really ambitious. We have a sense of inner motivation because of that warrior energy from Mars. So we feel kind of self-motivated and self-propelled. Considering this square, this is kind of a good day to kind of do your own thing. Don't necessarily rely on those relationships because they may be a little tense right now. There may be a little bit of friction. So, that's fine. Give everyone a day to cool off, maybe even yourself. And use this time to do you. Fill your own needs, do your own missions, all of that. The reason I wanted to start with that, because here is our rune. We got Nadis again. We seem to get this one. We've had this one quite a bit recently. I feel like this is like the third time we've had it in a few days. So Nadis. So it's the rune of, I would say it's the rune of the spindle. I don't know if that's I think that's partly true. I feel like it kind of covers a couple things. But that's always what I remember it for. It symbolizes the spindle that they use to light the fires during certain festivals. It's the ignition, it's that kind of spark. And if I remember correctly, these festivals usually were done in celebration of the seasons, like when the seasons changed. That's kind of when they would hold these, celebrations. So to me, this rune really is something to be celebrated. There's an essence of it about acknowledging your successes and your victories, no matter how big or how small. And like the spindle that sets off the spark, this is also a great time to initiate some things. And usually the things initiated, if this were like a rune reading, and it was about a specific task or like a specific job or something like that, usually it foretells success, but it's success done by your own hands. So even our rune today talks about solo self projects. So I think today is really a good day to check in with your needs and do something about fulfilling them and making sure you're fulfilled. Today may not necessarily be the best day to kind of collab or anything like that. Now, of course, if these are just energies, it doesn't mean that that's not something we can overcome. So if you have to work with someone, or it's essential, or this project needs a partner and you need to bounce ideas off of them, that doesn't mean don't talk to nobody. Don't hole up in your room until tomorrow. But just be aware that you may have to be a little more delicate with people. If you're kind of reading that they're having a bit of a moment, maybe give them a breather. Just be a little nicer today. Kill them with kindness. But yeah, today definitely a good day to check in with yourself or do things that have been on your to-do list that you've kind of been putting off. Today might be the perfect day to kind of bust them out. All right, I'm going to move the camera down so you can see the cards as we start to pull them. But yeah, wanted to start there first. All right, I may have to move her around. Oh, actually no, that lined up pretty nicely. Sweet, cool. Oh, and forgive the wet hair, by the way. Just got out of the shower. It's super, super late, so I'm going to do this and hop into bed. But yeah, this is my, almost in bed mode. Alright, so this is the Secret Language of Animal deck. I thought of using this deck because sometimes it's hard to check in with our own needs. So I was like, well, let's see what the animal world has to say to us. Oh, got one. I might pull two. Look at that. So we got orangutan, first card out. I always put a G on the end of that. I don't know why. Laughter, curiosity, patience, and play. Yes, have fun. Do what excites you. Here, I'll turn it upside down so you guys can see it. Boom. Laughter, curiosity, patience, and play. So just having fun. Synchronicity, optimism, truth, mobility. I think optimism is the one I pick up the most looking at this card right now. Oh, you can see my cat in the back. Hi, Leo. How you doing, boo? Optimism for sure, because this is a rune. Nadiz is a rune of celebration here. Let's get it into frame. There we go. It is something to be celebrated, and I mean it when I talk about celebrate and really acknowledge your little victories, even if they're like tiny, and even if they're not aligned with your major goals. Like, oh my God, I made it to the gym today. That's my personal victory that I'm going to celebrate. We're like, I made it. You know, maybe I wasn't there for 2 hours, but I was there. I showed up. I did a thing. It was good. I went grocery shopping. Like, even if they're just little to-dos, celebrate the little wins. You know what I mean? And I think it's just because it puts you in this in this optimistic state, which again encourages play and laughter. I think all of this message really, if you mix them together, and actually both of these, if I remember correctly, I think are maybe not orangutan. I might be making this up. I know for sure gecko is fire element. Nadiz is a fire rune. So again, you think about fire. It's a symbol of passion, heat, desire. We are trying to manifest that within ourselves. This radiance, right? And you're not going to feel radiance if you're upset or sad or moody. Remember, you really find that from being joyful. So I think the biggest message here is to align yourself with that. Really align yourself with what makes you happy, what serves you. Gecko also has, we talked about synchronicity, or, I read it, synchronicity. Honestly, most of those little, coincidence, because there's no such thing as a coincidence, most of those moments come when we're in a high vibe state. There's nothing but higher than love, joy, happiness. Like, those are all high vibrational moments. So definitely leaning on that a lot. And even thinking about our aspect today as I shuffle this. That square to Mars, I said it, can make people kind of moody. Just because that's the energy we have doesn't mean that's how we have to be. So I think you maintaining this optimistic state is really overcoming that challenge. And that's really what a square is. It's a challenge. It's a place that we need to bring attention and action to. So if we may have the tendency to be moody, we can take that energy and turn it around, shift it from frustration into joy, and use it in a much more positive way. Because we're not going to get something done if we're just frustrated and fuming about it. But if we can shift that energy and transmute it into something else, then it can be used more effectively, right? All right, Spirit, what do you have to say to us for today? This almost fell out. Thank you. Ooh, I like this. So this is definitely for any singles out there looking for a connection. So we got 7 of Pentacles, having done the work. Maybe in a bit of a pause moment, but we're just waiting. But the work has been done. You know what? We're just waiting for the harvest. Empress, so heavy Venus energy. We already have Venus aspected. Very creative energy. Again, what needs need to be met? What are we putting that fire energy that we're getting from Aries, what are we putting it into? What are we building? What are we manifesting? And we got the Empress not too long ago, so still on this creative high. We're still, birthing something into the world, because this is our Mother Earth, Mother Nature card. And look at that. So it could be meeting someone, could be starting a relationship. It is a fire rune. Usually that has to do with relationships. So we could be manifesting, this romantic partner. If this is, a thing of love, so especially my divine feminines, if you're, soulmates, twin flames, all that stuff, definitely my divine feminines. This is the road we're on. The work has already been done on your side. So now it's about the patience. As the masculine is getting ready, maybe he still has some healing to do. Maybe the conditions to meet haven't been set up just yet. But no, this is the path we're on. I say we because I'm a triple feminine if you look at my signs. So I'm just saying we. Because again, this is, divine feminine doesn't have to be, female. Could be male or female. But essentially this is the road. patience, creation, very Mother Earth, Mother Nature, and then union. Bottom of the deck right now, Sun card, hello. So again, optimism twice. You got Gecko, which is optimism. Sun is the most optimistic card in the deck. I was going to say deck in the card, good lord. So again, to me, this just reaffirms, be positive about this. Even if you're like, where is he? I've been waiting forever. Like, it's coming. It's coming. Stay optimistic. Again, that sense of play, that sense of optimism, that's where we manifest the best and the highest. Let's see what else we got. Hey, Spirit, maybe anything for the Divine Masculines? We got something for the Feminines. Oh, another 3 cards. Look at that. Ooh. Alright, work with that. So we've got the 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the 7 of Cups. Alright. I feel like this can go a couple different ways. And again, obviously this can be general, so you're going to have to take it how it resonates. But I feel like this works out a couple different ways. This 10 of Pentacles obviously having to do with finances. So your Divine Masculine, I want to say, is definitely focused on career, building his empire, building his legacy. And this is, honestly, this is a good thing, because then when you guys meet, he is already going to have this part, on lock. He's going to have that grounded and set up and secure. This has been a big focus for him. Then you have this Queen of Wands. This is where I feel like some people are going to go in a couple different ways. So if Queen of Wands herself as an energy, like if this is something they're trying to adopt, either that or something they're opening up to recognize, because this is very seductive, very sensual energy, very charismatic, very alluring. So this could be you as the Divine Feminine, because it came out right under the Empress card. So this could be us, pulling them in, ladies, so this could be you attracting him. This is, how he recognizes you. He's real focused on work, and then all of a sudden you're going to pop in, show up, and just be like, whoa. You know what I mean? So there could be that moment. There may also be something here in his personal life, like he may have an ex, or this could even be a baby mama. That is possible. If this is an ex, I think this is an ex who I think is using those attributes, to kind of manipulate him or get something out of him. So he's trying to wrap up that situation. So there could be some ex drama he's sorting out. And again, that's great too, because if he clears that out, it leaves it wide open for you to walk in. So it could be a couple different things there with that card, depending on what your situation is. And then you come to the 7 of Cups. For those of you, especially if this is a baby mama, a lot of this confusion from the 7 of Cups, and again, it came up under the 2 of Cups, if he was burned in his last relationship, he may not be super open right now to one in general. So he may not even be looking. And even if there's no baby mama, his focus is clearly on work. So he may not be sure how he feels about, creating a relationship right now, or, feeling that I have to take some energy out of this focus and move it into here. Until he sees you. You're the linchpin in this. You're gonna be the one to change his mind. But he is going to be very well manifested. And I say that because not only does he have the 10 of Pentacles here, bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles. You also have the 4 of Wands underneath that. So very, very strong foundational card. That is a card of union if you follow twin flame symbolism as well. So strong energy for those Divine Feminines and Divine Masculines. Divine Masculine looks like he's still got a little healing to do. Either that or he's just kind of processing. The healing may be done. Like this may have been something he's already kind of dealt with, and this was his issue, but now he's here a little confused. And it may be meeting you once you guys finally connect, that will clear up his confusion. You know what I mean? So that could definitely be a thing. And again, you're going to counteract that just by being optimistic. You may even want to send some of this to him. Maybe, he's been struggling with this. So send him a little love and light. Maybe say a little prayer and set it with the intention that you're going to send him some of your love to help, you know, pull him in. That could totally be a thing. Exciting. I almost want to end it here, but like that's kind of amazing. Let's see if we can just get anything else. Anything else, Spirit? As my cats decide to start wrestling off camera. I hope if you guys can hear that, I'm sorry. Oh, we are not, you know what, here. We're not taking this. This will be our last bit. We'll finish off with these guys. Let's put these guys on the side so we can focus on these puppies. So we got the 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Prince of Wands. Don't worry, we'll talk about them. I'm just going to show them all to you. Actually, here. We'll move them all out. The Hanged Man, the Devil, and then our lovely 10 of Cups. Oh. You know what? I was going to try and make this about something else and I feel like this is again another like divine feminine, divine masculine situation. It may be regarding a relationship, it may just be personal growth and what's going on in your own life as an individual. For the feminines, yes, we already know we have to be patient relationship-wise. I think outside of that, this 8 of Pentacles is about kind of throwing yourself into, could be work, you know, could be family. There's some part of your life that, and it's definitely going to be something that you value. It's going to be something important, so don't just pick something frivolous. But this is something you're committed and dedicated to. You're going to put your, since that masculine hasn't come in, there is something that you can still kind of throw yourself into, and I think it gets you out of that headspace of just kind of wondering where he is. And again, Queen of Swords, clear, decisive, you know, very focused mind. So again, whatever this is something you are going to put a lot of passion in. Prince of Wands, also very action-oriented side, jack of all trades. You know, he's out there doing things, experiencing things. I think this is really just telling you, like, don't worry about the relationship side. Don't be sitting there thinking about him. Go ahead and focus on you. Throw yourself into your tasks, whether it's work, whether it's a hobby, you know, whether it's self-discovery. Like, just be dedicated to your life in this moment. Because again, that's only going to heighten you for the moment when you guys finally meet. Because you're divine masculine. With the Devil and the Hangman, he's definitely wrapping up some loose ends, going through some healing. You know, this Hangman is really about him overcoming his demons, overcoming his past patterns that have kind of kept him, you know, maybe stuck, or maybe he's been in a loop dating the same type of person, you know, or kind of falling in the same kind of traps. We want him to move past that when he comes to join. And look at that. And then 10 of Cups. So it's in the future. We're just trying to wrap up this energy for him. And even in there, bottom of the deck right now, Ace of Pentacles. So that's money, that's fortune, that's abundance. At any rate, it is an offer. It is a new offer coming in. So again, on the horizon. So in the meantime, if you're a divine feminine watching this, you know, just worry about you and your life and your own, you know, your own kind of hobbies and tasks. Divine masculines, if you're watching, you know, just continue healing and processing and working on those demons. All right, you can do it. All right, interesting. All of this talking about our needs. I guess everyone really needed to talk about love life. I know Valentine's Day is coming up, so makes perfect sense, I guess. All right, my lovelies, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Sending you guys lots of love. As always, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, join our little family. Hit the thumbs up if you liked the video. And as always, I love connecting with you guys. So if you have anything you want to say or anything you want to share, or even if you have questions for me, drop a comment down below. You can DM me on Instagram at The Guiding Chariot. If you want to book a private session with me, you can do so. All that info will be in the description box below. And with that said, I love you guys. Again, sending you guys lots of love, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.